Hi, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and talk about some things that's going on in the world right now with wearing masks and uh, let's see where to start about all this quarantine and government and you have to, if you're watching this channel, you probably don't watch the news every day and all the time and things like that because you get it that a lot of it is programming for you to see the world a certain way and what they want the world to be. Also, when it comes to mastering self and the mind and knowing what this place is and how it works, you really don't need anything. You don't need anything, but we do go into physical form, right? There, everything is in physical form as well as it is not at the same time, as above, so below. So, we're both physical and non physical at the same time. Everything's energy. And with the mask thing, and, people feeling they should, okay, here's what I see with it and where I'm going with it. When, okay, if words can create your reality. Words out of our mouth can create our reality. Spelling, same thing as speaking something into existence, or prayer, or affirmations, things like that. If they're saying on the news, so many people are gonna die. Oh, so many people have died. Even though if you haven't seen it, not saying that sicknesses don't exist, sicknesses do exist, but why bring it upon yourself? If the reality is the way you want to create it, you can create it the way you want, and you can be a strong individual, a strong energy yourself. Why would you put curses on yourself? Why? You see that they're spraying, doing chemtrails, things like that. Why sit there and go, oh, I'm going to get sick, this something bad's going to happen, this blah 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 blah? No, you go, I'm not going to get sick, it's not going to touch me. It's like putting a shield barrier over yourself, like spell work, affirmations, what you want to call it, prayer. It works the same, it all works. And so, you don't have to wear a fucking mask to protect yourself from chemtrails or all this sicknesses that's been going on for a long time before what they call the pandemic. Um, so, you know, you can just say, I'm not going to get sick. I haven't been sick for a long time. Um, I mean, there was one situation this year where it was teaching me something. Um, because I do run around and do a lot for people and just go, 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 go without giving to myself and recharging and, making my energy stronger and, not putting in water in my body. So I did pass out one time this year from dehydration. So, and, that's all in learning the lesson of more what you're doing with your energy and taking care of yourself and, uh, where you're putting your energy in and not draining yourself and things like that. I've had to learn to shield my energy, protect my energy, the difference between other people's thoughts, my thoughts, what state I'm in when I'm by myself, and then what state I'm in when I'm around other people, picking up on their energy and their thoughts because I can pick up on other people's thoughts extremely loud and or like their energy just period. Like I can pick up on it. And if it's really negative, then I have to leave it. It's just how it is. I might be able to sit and talk with them for a little bit, but then really I gotta go until their energy calms down and like is not where they're thinking so much messed up shit in their head. Because I would take it on as if it's my thoughts and it's not my thoughts. It's coming from them. So, and when people like when you're growing up, if you're not taught these things and stuff like that, then you don't know. You might think it's actually yourself. Like you're like, "Oh my gosh, do I feel that way? Why is my brain saying that? Why am I saying all this crazy shit when usually you don't think that way?" So, but when you're around a lot of people, in your household or your presence and things like that that have those super negative energies, kind of like suicide or they hate themselves or they feel high insecurity, so many things, and you're picking up on it, and especially younger growing up, you don't know that that's what you're picking. You don't know the difference between them and yourself until you bring yourself out of the picture of it and then you realize and then like if you're going back in their presence and you're picking up that energy again, then you're seeing where it's coming from, where it's coming from. It's not saying those people are bad people. It's just saying that their energy has been brought down very like low vibration. And I mean, who wants to sit in that all day? And they can rise their vibration, they can, but they have to want to. Some people don't want to. Some people do not want to raise their vibration, and they will not. And some people will. Um, so, and if you're not all the way, like I'm mastering myself, and I'm not have fully mastered myself, because if you have doubts, if you doubt yourself, you doubt things, you doubt what you know or what you see or what you're picking up, or and it could be depending on your beliefs and how you were raised till where you are now, who knows which thoughts about what that you have doubts in. So it's like you have to slowly over time face each one of those. And then that's working towards mastering yourself. But like when it came to me being highly protected, me, I mean, I've always known that I'm highly protected. So I'm not worried in that sense or doubting in that sense that I have spirits around me, astral beings around me, and including myself and other beings, of course, in my presence, that I'm highly protected. So it's like that. I like having a knowing of certain things. So, and you also have to have a knowing of like, instead of doubting, being like, oh, I might get sick or this could happen to me or what if? No, there's no what ifs. It's not gonna happen. Um I mean, you just have to use your words correctly and watch what words you say. Recently I found out passion means something uh totally different than what I thought it meant. In Latin, passion means, what was it? Hold on. It was almost like saying like lack, like saying that word passion. Let me get it again. Oh, suffer. Passion in Greek and Latin means to suffer, to be acted on, to suffer. It says, is a feeling of intense enthusiasm towards or compelling desire for someone or something. But it's in the sense of like suffer, to suffer. And it's like, do you want to put that word in your vocabulary as something that you're wanting to go towards? It's like, oh, to go towards it, it's to suffer. No, no. Definitely watching words a lot more when it comes to mastering self and picking up on your thoughts in your own mind, what you're telling yourself. Because once you figure out if you're listening to your thoughts and things like that in your own presence and stuff like that, you'll pick up on some things. You'll be like, why did I say that? Why? Like for like example I did recently because I saw that I wrote 66 songs, and that was recently in a time period that I've wrote about that many songs, and not about that many. I wrote down that it was 66 songs, um, but my head was like, it said something about like it not being important and that it doesn't matter. So I'm like, why did I say that? In my mind when I was thinking about it, when I was thinking about music. And so I'm like, that's not the way to think if you're wanting to manifest and make something or create something. So, yeah, or the word blessed, be less, or mourning, like I'm mourning something. Good morning. Did you have that good morning? No, I'd rather say sunrise or sunset. I'm not mourning anything. And yeah, so it's all in the words that you're saying, you just catch it. It's not like you're going to be snap your fingers and you're going to be already not filled with some kind of doubt in some kind of area in your life or in your mind, because it's a process. They do so much programming from, when you're young, even in families and religions and schools here and institutions and society, how society's set up. There's so much programming that it's like, I mean, how much information and programming did they put in your freaking mind? Especially when you look up MK Ultra, all those different studies and research that they've done with mind control. And I've studied a lot of mind control, and everybody can do it. Um, and it's really more so if someone believes you or not. So people could do mind control in a sense of not bad, like even with honesty. They tell the truth, and it is being picked up from other people, and they're following that. But a lot of people do that in all different kinds of ways. Some people can do it without proof. Some people can do it, no, they'll just hear, just like I said, the TV news. They're like, oh, so many people have died. Everybody's dying all around me, all around everywhere. And they're like, oh, everybody's dying everywhere. It's a form of mind control. I mean, that's, but it's if you believe it or not, if you see it or not. Then when you're mastering yourself, you're separating yourself from not like you're separating yourself in a sense of what energy is what and what psychic things, telepathic things are coming towards you. Any messages, images is psychic, telepathic type stuff. So, commercials, anything. So it's trying to tell you something, bombard you with a whole bunch of messages or images. It's as, are you going to follow it or not, believe it or not, or you're gonna control your own mind to think for yourself, because you can do that, instead of just believing whatever and being lost, and then being shadowed and veiled in illusions and not actually seeing the truth and reality of what is out there and what's really going on. So, I mean, because I've been separating myself from a lot of like illusions. I mean, I've had to wake up from a lot of different illusions that I had been placed in. I mean, that's why I understand prison school and prison planet and people that prey on people. And that's gonna happen in the realms. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be all kinds of different things that you find in the realms. And it's all part of living in that sense. Existing. You can't have. I know some people are like, "Oh, I'm not going to be any dark, no dark at all." Well, that's not true, because you're automatically both, in the sense of you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to get everything right, and it's all part of experience and living. Um, you have to have both to live. to experience. If you cast one or the other away, then you're not going to be really having an experience. You're not really going to be living. You're going to be blocking half of yourself and start doing separating self and having split personalities and all that kind of thing. So going on, you know, and even with a lot of things, people will be like, "Oh, that's bad," or how I grew up. A lot of things were bad, evil, you know, masturbation, or I mean, even probably like liking someone bad. um, Standing by the opposite sex bad. Um, Cats are bad. Animals have no soul. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you're gonna tell me that my baby right here, which is not really a baby, has no soul, has no energy, no spirit that's moving it around, has eyes looking at me. I think it's real, not think I know. And yeah, how is that bad or evil? So much stuff is evil, right? They want you to believe everything's evil. So in your mind, you're in hell, creating hell reality for yourself, that everything's so horrible and bad and da 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 da. Da. Yeah, there is. I'm not saying that there is nothing that is bad, but it could be also when they say perception of situations. Yes, there is things that are bad, but there is that gray area of living, learning, experience. And a lot of people have come in with certain families, even people that they've probably known before in other times. I mean, we've always existed, so uh I mean you're it's like you think everybody around you is going to be new in some kind of way. Okay, their body, but not their energy, not their spirit, things like that. No. So um yeah, I mean they want you to look at the world as hell. When I look around, I don't see hell. I don't. Now, people wanting to make me believe that it's hell, I see that. Um, I'm not saying that there's not messed up stuff that happens in the realms. There is. Um, but I do believe that we all come in where we come in at because we want it for the experience. I mean, why else would you come in? For and also what we're creating. What reality are we creating? And what do we want to create? We come in to create that reality and to help create realities. I mean, people are creating all different kind of realities, though, but we have that choice. Um, but really, we don't. And And when it comes to like the material world and the energy of things, because not everything can do the same thing in its body, like a human or a cat or plants, certain plants or trees, they all do different things. They all can do different things. And yes, you can use certain things as tools to help you. Um, but when you want to be like master of the realms, you don't really need any tools. You can just straight up, like Thoth, use your mind to create the reality. I'm not saying that I know this as a fact or not, but I was doing studies with Thoth and the pyramids and how they created the pyramids with just using their mind. Um, so brought it into form, formed it just out of their mind. And I know we can do things like that. It's just, I know a lot of people have blocks, like a lot of blocks that will prevent them from doing things how we actually can do things, especially with how programmed people are that they're like telling them that they're nothing and that they, you know, giving their power away to a war god or some kind of other being. People do it with just their family or anyone, or the news, or giving their power away and just going, "Well, this is my reality. This is the reality." And then when something happens, some quantum effect happens, it's like, oh, is it really reality? Or can reality change and you can create all kinds of things? I mean, I think I bet there was a time when we did do that a lot more. Like just create things with our minds and I mean do a lot of different things. Um, but I feel in this realm that we're at this moment, um, has been programmed for what other people want this place to be. So there's a lot of people that are promoting a certain thing in this realm for the way they want it to be. And to go against that is mastering yourself, knowing that you can speak words out and create something else. And so I believe that's what a lot of people are awakening to. It doesn't mean that they're at a super high level of being able to do it, but that's what they're mastering their mind. Like we're going up, with our consciousness, higher consciousness, to see everything that we can do and be doing it, actually putting it into action, um, creating that reality. I, it's been taking me time because I went through the experience that I went through as a child and grown up to where I am now for a reason, so I could understand it all, to get it all, have an understanding about it all, and how to show other people how to get out as I'm getting myself out and doing what kind of reality that I want to be in or where I want to be at. And I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of changes. I'm not where I want to be with everything, but I mean, it takes, like, if you've been programmed with so many different things and, like, oh, the world is this way, the world is this way, and you're first, like, having to take your mind back to actually what it is because your higher self is like, no, this is not how it is. It's like, I'm going to show you and make you remember how it is, how this really works. And so it's all that coming back to you and putting it into action. But I'm going to get off of here for a little bit. I just wanted to talk about, you know, mastering the mind more, protecting yourself, not just going along with the crowd and following everyone. And I mean, I understand respecting people's places that ask for masks, but the it's crazy and funny at the same time that these big billionaires that own like Walmart and these, other stores like the Dollar Generals and things like that, you don't have to wear a mask in. They have signs that say, if you have these health problems or something like that, you're okay with not wearing a mask. But for people who have, their own businesses, small businesses, they're saying, oh, it's mandatory that people have to wear a mask at your place, and oh, or you're going to get fined, and blah 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 blah, and just like, because it's like they're just trying to make it more separate, you know them so high above and you so low. It's like, no. But okay, I want to get back on later and also read some of start getting into Thoth and reading into the Emerald Tablets. I'm going to start putting some of that out there and putting it up and what I see in it. And so I'll probably do that a little bit later today. I got to run and get some things done and help some people out. But uh, yeah, well, and I don't know what else to say. But I'll catch y'all later. Bye.